Tally-ho! Today, our target is I can identify the article that best fits the claim by finding the article with the best evidence. So, which article do you think has the best evidence to support the claim? Hitler was not a great leader. Go to the next slide, pause and go to the next slide, pause, and decide which article you think best supports my claim. Rabbit. Well, if you're anything like me, you picked Adolf Hitler as a leader. He acquired fame with brutality, he persuaded millions of people through reputation and intimidation skills, he overcame many hardships easily with his frightening reputation, and Hitler killed millions of innocent people while in leadership. Both articles had really great pieces of evidence, but I feel like Adolf Hitler as a leader had the best. So let's go to the next step. Now that I've picked the best article with the most evidence, I'm going to answer my frame of reference question. Which article best supports or doesn't support the claim? Hitler was not a great leader. Support your reasoning with evidence from the text. So here is the TOPS response that I came up with after putting together all my evidence. The article that best supports the claim that Hitler was not a great leader is Adolf Hitler as a leader. Both articles have a number of pieces of evidence, but I feel this article's evidence was stronger. One of the first pieces of evidence that supports the claim that Hitler was not a great leader is that Hitler acquired his fame by using brutality. When looking up the definition of brutality, I found that it is defined by the quality of being brutal, cruelty, savagery. This piece of evidence supports that Hitler was not a great leader because he used brutality to persuade people. Leaders lead people by choice, not by force, and since he used cruelty to force people to follow him, he was not a great leader. Another piece of evidence that is supportive is that Hitler used intimidation to get people to do what he wanted. Hitler was powerful because he did not restrain himself when it came to brutal acts of intimidation. Not only did he kill many people, he did so without reasoning. When people heard of the things Hitler would do, they would be scared and would only follow him due to not wanting the same actions taken upon them. The last piece of evidence from the article that supports the claim is that Hitler killed millions of innocent people while he was in leadership. Great leaders lead with inspiration and acts that lead to others wanting to follow. While Hitler was in power, millions of innocent people died, not because they wouldn't follow him, but because they were Jewish, gypsies, or other small groups. Hitler hated ethnic groups that were different from him, and wanted them to be destroyed. Nobody deserves to die because of what they believe in, but Hitler managed to kill many while he was in leadership. The article Adolf Hitler as a Leader provided many pieces of evidence to support the claim that Adolf was not a great leader. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our rubric to make sure that our frame of reference is proficient. Because you did your tree map classifying the evidence for the claim yesterday, today we're just going to look at the part of the rubric dealing with frame of reference. We're taking it off the map. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to take a look at this section right here for content using CSIQ, answer supported by 3 or more pieces of evidence, and that you have super sentences. I would go back in my piece and add a couple of different commas in the places where I felt like I needed to pause and didn't have the comma there. Also, your organization and your actual presentation needs to be a typed answer, follows in your tree map, and it needs to be neat. Also, make sure you take a look at the presentation section for how you put your presentation together. Now it's your turn. Your frame of reference question is which article best supports or doesn't support the claim. Support your reasoning with evidence from the text. The difference here is that your claim is Anne Frank was brave. Now use your tree map to look for the article out of your 3 that had the best supporting evidence, and then write it up in your TOPS response. Good luck!